Hey guys, I'm going to show you guys how I made this water injected Mario inspired coaster. The items I used will be in the descriptions below. But first, tea. So first off, I'm using 2-part resin. I already pre-measured it. Now you just have to add your pigment and glitter of choice. Add as much or as little as you want, then mix it together. If you're wondering why my resin is yellow, I haven't used it for a while, but the pigments and glitter help cover it up. Now it's time to put it in the mold. I like to start off by pouring it right in the middle. Make sure you fill it up completely, getting all of the edges and sides. And don't forget the top part of the mold. Next, use a torch or straw to pop the bubbles, then let the resin sit for 24 hours or until hardened. Once your resin has hardened, you can demold your pieces. Now I'm gonna roll out a snake of brown clay and put it at the bottom of the coaster. Pat down the brown clay or use a rolling tool to flatten it out. Next, use the Exacto Knife to cut out a line of brown clay so you have a rectangle and take out the extra clay. Here I'm using a dotting tool to measure out squares, then use the Exacto Knife to make the indents deeper. I then sketched out the design of the bricks at the bottom of a Mario layout on each square. Use an unwanted toothbrush to add texture to the bricks. Next, find a ball of green clay and pinch the sides to form Mario's hills from the background layouts. Cut the bottom of the oval like so, then cut one side off. Place the clay into the coaster. With the extra green clay, you can make another small hill. Use the dotting tool to indent where you will place your tiny hill, then use the Exacto Knife to cut it out. Roll out a snake of black clay and use an Exacto Knife to cut out line eyes. Then use a dotting tool to indent where you'll put the eyes. Flatten out a ball of white clay and pop any air bubbles. Next, I used a dotting tool and freehanded a cloud. Cut out the outline of the cloud, then smooth down the sides as best as you can. Next, place the cloud where you want it to sit on the coaster. On the side, flatten a ball of yellow clay. Then cut the yellow clay into a square. I decided to make 3 squares of clay. Then I indented eyes on them except for the one in the middle. Next I added on the eyes. also decided to add a second cloud and added eyes on them. I then baked the coaster in the oven with the clays. Next I practiced painting question marks, then painted it on the square. For the next part, I'll be using 2-part resin. Mix according to package instructions and make sure it's not yellow. Next, pour it into the second mold. This mold will be the top clear part of the coaster. Use a torch to pop any bubbles. Once hardened, this is how it should look. If you want a dry shaker, you can stop at this part and glue everything down. I'll be using UV resin to coat my baked clay pieces. I decided not to put UV resin on the bottom bricks because it would ruin the textures. You can leave the coaster in direct sunlight or UV lamp to fully cure. Once fully cured, add UV resin to the side of the coaster to glue down the cleared resin top. Make sure to secure the sides with UV resin so the water won't leak out. Next, I'm going to put the water in the coaster. Then add the items you want to be floating around in the coaster. I will have a separate video on how I made these simple Mario coins. Once finished, close the top and secure with more UV resin. Don't forget the edges. Make sure there are no leaking holes in the coaster. Thanks for watching my tutorial. If you enjoy watching and want to see more, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel.